Hi, this is Daniel Chang for GAD101. And as you may remember, last week we created a skill tree as our assignment. I had all these different categories and stuff. I'm not sure if I would be able to get through all of these by this week. Hopefully, I'll get through a good chunk of it. And I'll show you a few tricks on how to get um, animated GIFs made, and so I'll show you how I go about doing that. But today I'm just going to focus on the kicking power side of it and sort of the front Google slide page for skill tree. So I could show you. I just picked this one template here that had like this, but you could pick whatever you want as far as your template goes. So over here I wrote out GAD101. Mag is, I guess, my what I have for my, I could call it mag boots. I don't know. Boots. Mag boots. I could call it that. Mag boots, upgrade skill tree or skill tree upgrades. I don't know. This is my next page here, skill tree upgrade categories. And here I've got these 6 categories: kicking power, boost dash, rocket boots, power stomp, healing, and grenades. And so I just got a picture of the boot here. Sure, just to have an image accompany everything would be helpful. And then this is an example of like one of the first, effort pages here. So kicking power. Under kicking power, I've got this first upgrade, which is that you unlock, called the power kick. When kicking, an enemy will fly backward and take damage. So to that end, I found some animated GIFs online already. You can just do a Google search, Jackie Chan GIF or Jackie Chan kicking GIF. Right, and sometimes you'll get lucky and you might find like a cool GIF. Over here, I found an image, a GIF from the Dave Chappelle show where this guy's kicking Rick James. All right, and then I go down here and I draw a line. So they have these lines here, right? And you can select a line or an arrow, right? So from there you can actually make a line, right? And when you first make the line, that line's gonna be really thin. So you go to line weight, and over here you go to like say 4 pixels, and you'll make like a decent line. Okay. And then over here, you got a choice to go with the arrow as well. So then I just kind of drew these arrows. Now, again, that arrow is very small, so you go level, 4 or something like that. And I made a little short arrow off of that. All right. Okay, so it splits off to knockabout kick. When an enemy gets knocked back with a power kick, they will damage other enemies they slam into. Over here, I couldn't quite find a perfect image of it, but I made this animated GIF from a YouTube video that was reviewing Angerfoot. So I guess in this one he kicks 2 guys at once, but it would have been better if he had kicked 1 guy into 2 guys instead of 2 guys into 1 guy. But that I just use that just as an example of like you could kick people into people, I guess. And then over here is door kick, right? When kicking an opponent, and you can like move this stuff around, obviously, like this. But with the this, I just wanted to show it splits off into 2 categories, right? So over here with the door kick, you can see he kicks that door open, and it flies back, hits whoever's behind the door. And then after this page, I copy, I make a new page and it'll copy, and I just copy like words over, like kicking power and stuff like that. But over here, I want to split my screen in 2. And let me give it some space here. Yeah, so I want to split my screen in two so that I have like two categories, right? One is knockabout kick upgrades to explosion kick. Now you might find a better, more elegant solution. Like maybe I should have gone knockabout kick and then an arrow that goes to explosion kick, but then I wouldn't have been able to show that the two categories split. So I was definitely debating with myself on how to go about this, but I figure, I'll just split the screen in half. How about that? And then we can thicken up that line now here. So, okay, kicking power, knockabout kick goes in explosion kick. Over in here, I found a pretty cool footage. In Angerfoot, they have these guys that are like bomb dudes, and you can kick them, and when they kick back, get knocked back, they do explode. So this, in just as a visual example, right? But in this one, it wouldn't be enemy specific. You would get this upgrade, so that when enemies fly back, they'll blow up and explode, damage all nearby. And then over here, here's like a little GIF, which I can make bigger, so maybe I'll do that. Yeah. So here's a GIF where he kind of needed to show this enemy throws a grenade at you and you kick it right back to him and he blows up. So I thought that was a really cool power that they had, so I decided to use it. Okay. Now you might be wondering, oh, how are you doing all this, with the animated GIFs and stuff? Well, let me show you. So first off, you need the snipping tool. The snipping tool, you can normally it's set on like a camera right here. You can actually set it on video as well, which is cool. And then what you need to do is you need to open up like a YouTube video or something. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to do an air dash, right? So I found this clip from Cyberpunk here. So let's take a look at this clip. He does an air dash move, I believe. Right there. He air dashes. And I don't need all this part at the end, but I just needed to show like, hey, what does a air dash look like, right? So I just want to get it to a point where, yeah, it's like just about ready to make an air dash. Kind of like right about here, I think. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna start, and then what you do is you go over here to snipping tool, and under snipping tool I would go under rectangle instead of window. Okay, you see that? Rectangles. Select rectangle. And then you just hit the new recording plus, right? And then you draw your rectangle around this part of the screen. Like that. And you see over here there's a little, I don't know if you see it. Let's see. Well, up here, damn it. That's so weird that you don't see it. Well, trust me, up here somewhere, there's like a little bar, and I'm drawing. I guess it doesn't show it, but I drew a rectangle around my YouTube screen, and then I hit the start button that is up there. It's kind of like a lavender gray shape, and then it counts down to 1, and I'm gonna play it. So then now I'm just gonna stop, right? Stop, right? And then when you stop, this snipping tool menu shows up, and you could see, if I replay it, you can see what it recorded. Now it recorded the sound and everything, but when you export as an animated GIF, it won't. So what you can do here is you can go edit in Clipchamp. Edit in Clipchamp. Oh wait, actually you can just do it here. Oh, interesting. Okay, I can just trim it here. I didn't try that before. This is probably a little easier. Let's see. Huh. Wait. Let's see. Right there. Okay. So it should stop. I should stop it after the dash. And let's just say about right there. So this is where I want to clip it. It's not an attack, it's just more like a mid-air dash. So let's see. Yeah, it's not so much the attack. Okay, maybe around there. Okay, so I just want to stop it around there. Okay, cool. Apply. Now hopefully that doesn't take too long. So now this goes woo, and it stops there. All right. So then I guess I'll hit this GIF button. Before I was editing in Clipchamp, but that took a little while. Let's see. A smaller size. Yeah, smaller size is fine. And then I'll just hit export. And then send it over to downloads and save. And you can see it's exporting as a GIF. Cool. Hopefully it pops up here. Yep, here it is. Now it's going to have this weird name, recording 2025, blah, blah, blah. What I'll do is call it air dash instead. Right? Something like that. And so now when you play it, I mean, obviously animated GIFs don't have, it's a little bit of a lower quality though, but you know, it does its thing. Huh. Kind of wish it was a little higher quality actually. Let's try it again. Let's try exporting it as a GIF, but higher quality. It's a cleaner image. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll just replace it with that air dash. Replace it, why sure. Hopefully it'll have a higher quality. I didn't like how it was all banding and stuff before, so hopefully this will be a little bit more decent. For presentations, you generally want a higher, yeah. It's not great, but, now, you know what? Let's try it in Clipchamp now. Edit in Clipchamp. Because that was weird. It still was pretty low quality. I didn't like that. It should pop up this thing. Create a new video. Right. Edit in Clipchamp. And let's say, oh, come on. Let's go back. So this is Clipchamp. And so let's take a look. Oh, come on. It's skipping because my video card's not great. Perfect. Okay. So now I go to export and I hit GIF. And it should do it automatically. There. Untitled video. So I'm just going to delete that air dash video and call this one air dash. Huh. Even though Clipchamp is, you know, the quality's higher. It's not banding. It looks better. So, yeah, go with the Clipchamp version. It takes a little longer, but I think it's worth it. Right. So from here, after you create that animated GIF, then you can actually go into Google Slides and pop it in, right? So for example, if I made a new menu right? Yeah, I'm just gonna delete these things. Delete. Delete. I just wanted this thing on the side that's green. That thing's cool. Alright, so then now I can just drag this air dash thing in here. It's a perfectly good little animated GIF, right? So is that cool? Like you can actually, so I just been doing that, and then over here, I guess I could just show you what I did here, where I just grab, come on. You have to actually click on the frame when it's in this like crosshairs mode, like that, and then hit Control C. And then you come here and hit Control V, and kicking power should show up here. And let me take a look at my Miro. So this is called boost. Oh, it's not called kicking power. Now it's called boost dash. So call it boost dash. Like that. Right. And then the first one of many. Boost dash. Mid-air dash. Hero gets a mid-air boost dash. Okay. So I'll call it mid-air dash. Over here, instead of power kick. Again, I'm just going to copy. And the reason why is I just want the sizing to be right. So instead of calling it power kick, we call it mid-air dash. Like that. Yeah, let's make it kind of make the bounding box somewhat fit. Alright, like that. And then we want to write out a little blurb, right? So let's grab this guy. You can actually resize the box to fit text. Alright, okay, Control C, come over here, Control V. And then we can go player can get a mid, it's kind of self-explanatory, mid-air dash allowing to travel farther in the in addition to their jump. How about that? Alright. So there you go, mid-air dash, right? And then this one will probably branch out as well. You know, let's see, dash attack. Dashing in an enemy knocks them back, and then also I had like a power slide move over here. And on the power slide, I already grabbed something from that game Vanquish. So I thought this might, let me enlarge this so we can see. Yeah, so this is like an anime GIF showing like, hey, your character can slide, right? Like that. So, you know, I just prepare all these things and I try to get as far as I can. Yeah, we don't, unfortunately, Canvas is down right now, so I can't check to see, all the assignments that we've got left. But let's just say, let's try to get as far as we can this week. I'm going to do some more here and show you all in class tomorrow. But yeah, boost dash. I'll probably just get like kicking power and boost dash done. The rocket boots seem kind of hard. I might ignore it. Go right to like power stomp or something like that. But I just, it may not be your entire tree that you're going to go through here. But you know, because I know some of you all have like very complicated ones. It's more important that we show sort of examples of it so that it's very clear as to what you want the players, to do. Because, in a design doc, again, something like this, this will go out to engineers and go out to other game designers and combat designers and artists alike, animators as well. It'll go out to everyone, right? So they'll all need to be on the same page, and clarity is key, right, for this assignment. So I'm going to continue doing mid-air dash, and then maybe a dash attack slide and a power slide, in which case I'll go from, say, here, like this, to, again, that line, right? The line that goes straight down. And if you hold down shift, I think it'll do this thing where it's like locks to a vertical. Okay. And then I want to draw a horizontal line now, like that. Oh, they don't touch. Let's see. Well, first off, make it thicker. Raise it up so that they cross, like that. And then I'm going to make an arrow instead. So instead of a line, I want to make an arrow. So I'm just going to draw an arrow and make that line weight about 4. I'll make it a little longer. Yeah, like that. And then once you get like one that's a decent size, you just hit Control C, Control V. Much easier than to try to replicate it again. So now you got this like branching out thing, which is cool. And I'm trying to like make my sort of better use of this space. So maybe I'll grab all these. Oh, come on. It didn't allow me to do it. Come on. Again. Grab all of those. Yeah. And then we can shrink that a bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mid-air dash. And then we go over here. So what would this be? Dash attack. And then power slide. So then over here, I'd copy it. It has to be on that sort of crosshairs thing for me to copy. Otherwise, it'll copy the text inside. Control C. And then Control V. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. So this one. See how time consuming this could be? Dash attack. So I'm just going to go dash space attack. And make it a little wider. Don't take up any more vertical space than I have to. Control C, Control V. Grab this one. And this one over here is called what? Power slide. Power slide, right? And again, you probably want to grab it when it's there. You go. And then power slide says hero slides on his knees to traverse quickly around the map. So I'm just gonna grab this guy here. Control C. Control V. Oh, come on. Hopefully, I grabbed the right one. Cool. So player slides on his knees to quickly traverse. Basically, you move fast. Okay. And so now it gives me that opportunity to use that GIF that I made on Power Slide. So I'm just going to drag it in here. And then I can put it under it. pretty fun. See how it illustrates the point, right? Now dash attack, that is this one, right? Air dash. Oh wait, no, that's. Oh, I don't have the dash attack. Huh. Let me see. What would a dash attack be? Like a good example of a dash attack. Let's see. Oh dear. Let's see. Captain America has a good one in what is it called? Something Star. Marvel versus Capcom 2. Captain America. Let's take a look. I just need to get, I just need to get footage. Come on. I don't need your music. Okay. Like he's about to do it. Right. No, that's Rise. That's his uppercut. He's just showing combos here. Come on. Is he gonna do the thing? He's thinking of the dash. Oh, there it is. Sheesh. That went by so fast. Oh, there it is. As soon as he goes back. Oh, come on. That was so... Oh, I had it. It's too fast for me. I want to like... Let's see. There it is. As soon as he does that kick, huh? Okay, he's about to do it. Sheesh, that was hard to do, huh? Alright, over here, video, right? Video version. And now we want a new one. They're unsaved, don't save. Alright. And now I want to... Unfortunately, you all won't be able to see what I'm doing for some reason here, but I'm basically selecting a square around this screenshot and I'm going to hit start. And then it's got to count down to 1, 0, and then I've got that. And now I'm just going to hit stop. It's just basically 5 seconds worth of footage right here. And you can see what we got here. Hopefully it recorded. What? Was there a delay? Sheesh. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to have a screenshot of this dang thing. Because it's too hard. Alright. Let's take a look. Maybe we'll be able to find a Google search. Dash. So you could see how this can actually take a while. This process. Because I'm just trying to find like a nice shot. They have toys here. I just want to go dash attack. What was that called? Here it is. this thing. You know what? Copy image. Screw it. Alright. Dash attack. Control V. It's not gonna move, unfortunately, but it's fine. Alright. Control C, Control V. And I'm just gonna drag it over here. No. Gotta move this along here. It's a tricky thing. It's like a little bit of graphic design work here. Dashing into enemies knocks them back and damages them. Okay. Dashing into enemy knocks them back and damages. Okay, so there you go. Perfectly decent page to start off this boost dash, right? So you all get the idea. You just, let's get as many of these down as we can. Let's say go get through like 2 categories maybe, you know, and yeah, that's the assignment, and then we'll finish the upgrade skill tree probably next week here as well. We might, this is where you kind of go like, oh, maybe I need to edit down some of this stuff. Like, what is a priority for me to like start my document on? Like, for me, I don't know if grenades is all that important, right? That was just an extra category I came up with on the fly. I was like, maybe that doesn't have any, maybe it's good enough to be able to kick back grenades. Over here healing, as far as the skill tree goes, maybe it's not under a skill tree. Maybe you just kind of get it automatically as you go. Like, when you upgrade, you just automatically get that with, like, it might be a passive skill that you're not actually choosing. So that would just limit me to, like, say these 4 categories. So this is the kind of things that one can decide along the way, okay? So hopefully I'll have this up by tomorrow. I might have to take in-class time to actually get this all on the canvas. But, this is, it's kind of rough because, like I said, canvas is down right now, so I can't quite do it. All right, thanks all.